Hey guys, I'm here at Shine 2018, day one, joined by G2's Westballz. Wes, how's your Shine been?
It's good. It's good. I kind of like Boston. I love the lobster rolls, obviously. So
Did you see there were people who were getting like $10 lobster rolls from McDonald's and were like, this is the life hack?
smashers, man. I don't know what to say about that. But I actually spent like $50 last night on lobster, like a delivery lobster roll place, and it was actually pretty good. It's actually my first lobster roll I've ever had. So
That's sick. I can't eat shellfish, so I'm forever not able to eat them. So Shine is coming at the end of a really hectic August with 4 different majors, and I think you're pretty much the only person to go to all 4 of those majors, which is...
And S2J.
Oh, true. Okay, you two are the only, but there's Evo, SmashCon, Air, and Shine.
Yeah.
And you've actually been performing pretty well at these 4 majors. How do you feel about your play in August?
I didn't do that well at SmashCon, but Evo I did all right. SmashCon I didn't do well. Air I did way better. I think it's more for me right now. It's like a mentality thing. Right now I'm just trying to focus on certain things like my gameplay and like eating healthy and like waking up early, because for me, obviously, like I have a lot of technical ability, and that relies on like me feeling well, right? Other people, like, they can feel like awful and then still play well. I don't know how they do it, but I'm not one of those people. So I actually really need to have a good day to play and like have a good day of like playing. So yeah, I'm just trying to focus on like just overall like a good mentality and like making sure I do everything properly like when the tournament comes.
Was there a moment in time when you made like a concerted shift towards focusing on your mentality as improving your gameplay? Is that a recent thing, or has it been a thing you've been focusing on for a while?
Honestly, I never really focused on it. I just would go to a tournament and just however I felt I would just go into it, whatever. But recently I've been focusing more on making sure I feel well, and like the big thing for me is like just getting a good night's sleep. And I don't think honestly, none of these tournaments I had good sleep, so I don't even know how. Like Air, I actually had pretty decent sleep, to be honest. I don't know how that happened, but
That's the tournament you had good sleep at, where everyone was clubbing?
yeah. And honestly, like there's a certain, like when I was at Air, like it's a certain atmosphere that you don't get in here in America. So like I felt way more like, if anyone follows my Twitter, like the day before I was like, guys, everyone's hyping me up, like the crowd has been cheering for me. So like that gives me like a motivation boost to like do well as well. So
Yeah, I think at one point Zoo said on commentary, if West wins this tournament, we're going to riot and destroy the tent. So that feels... Do you feel like that in general? Are you one of those players who, for the crowd being behind you, is a big thing for you to play well?
I think so, because I tend to get in my own head a lot, and I like think about too many things. So when I can just focus on the match and like enjoy the moment, that's when I play my best. And like when a crowd is for you, that's when I could do it.
Well, you're definitely one of the most talked about players. You know, with that Save as Entitled video that became sort of a meme of Westballz has gotten worse, it's just become a meme that doubles in on itself, where it's a meme that keeps going. Why do you think people like to talk about you specifically and your changes in play so much? Because it seems like you're a magnet for that sort of conversation.
I actually don't have an idea. Maybe because I used to be one of the best, I guess. So I don't know. Also, I think I'm one of like the last Falcos that take the game seriously. Like obviously you don't see PP anymore. Mango obviously is a streamer. So I mean, obviously Mango's really good, and I consider him better than me. But I feel like people are like, in terms of faith, like I guess me is like I'm the only one that they can have faith in like completely. So, and I kind of take it seriously. So I guess that might be the reason. The other reason is because I don't know, I'm just so hit or miss, I guess. So it's something to talk about when someone's hit or miss. If someone's consistent, like you're not gonna talk about Armada like being good every time or something, you know. You're gonna talk about someone who's like doing worse, doing better, doing worse, doing better. So I guess maybe that's another reason.
Is that something that contributes to the mentality stuff you were talking about, or is it mostly physical health, sleep, eating?
Like for my play in general?
Yeah, like is the fact that people keep talk about you so much something that you think impacts your own play going into a tournament, or something you think about?
Honestly, no. I mean, I've been playing for years, and I've read the worst and I've read the best comments. So I'm used to it. But for me, recently, like I want to rep my team as well as they do in other games, and like G2 is one of the best esports teams. So I want to do my best to prove that I'm worthy of being on the team. So I guess I take it a little bit more seriously now because I've fallen off a little bit. Obviously, everyone says that. So annoying. But like I want to take it more seriously and want to prove people that like even though I haven't done my best recently, I'm still here to like perform.
Yeah, totally. I heard you say, I think it was on the Scar and Toph show. Maybe it was just on Twitter. You said, I just want to show people how beautiful Melee can be.
Definitely Twitter.
Oh, it was on Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much is that actually a motivating factor when you get down in tournament? Is that really something that you think fuels your play and how you play?
Kind of. It's more of just people tend to do the same thing over and over again. And Falco is one of those characters that you're not going to see the same thing over and over and over again. You're going to see mix-ups, you're going to see DI traps, you're going to see things you really don't see like every single time. So that's why I feel like I want to show people like how awesome Falco is as a character and how awesome it is to like put in enough work to where like Falco can be one of the best characters in the game. So it's not like a big thing where like, oh, I have to play like where people enjoy it. I'm just gonna play my game, and I know people are gonna enjoy it.
That's sick. I remember you were this was definitely on the reads, and you were playing Falcon against some dude, and the pivots that you were doing, the pivot back airs, and like you did the forward pivot gentleman at one point. It's stuff that really you don't see anybody else do. Do you constantly look for new tech and new things to push, or is it just something that comes naturally to you?
I think for me, I have a love for a game that like most people don't have. So I can sit down and play the game by myself for hours and hours and hours, and I think that just shows with my gameplay. I like to do things that no one sees before. I master techniques no one thinks that you can master, and that's just pretty much it. It's just pretty much the love of the game and just showing people like how awesome like you can play the game, like, and how fast you can be. So that's pretty much it.
I'm always stunned. In between stocks, you'll do the instant pivot back airs, like the pivot instant back airs, and those look so sick. As a Falco player, I love those. How much of the tech you find do you think just isn't useful for in-game, like while you're just sitting down and playing? How much of it is just for fun to see what you can do? Like, how can I hit Mewtwo with Shine back air at whatever absurd percent?
Honestly, there's a lot of tech that is pretty useless, and I just find it fun just because, one, it looks awesome, and two, like I just have like a certain enjoyment of being able to do things that not many other people can do.
Do you think there are any other what other players would you point to who you feel like have that same enjoyment, still actually have the love for the game that shows through in their play?
I mean, Sourx for a bit, honestly, I was a big fan of him, and he taught me a lot of stuff about the game that I didn't even know about, and I liked watching him. Maybe some other players would probably be, honestly, Leffen. He does some things that I'm just like he doesn't do like crazy tech things, but he does these things where I'm like, wow, like I didn't think you'd think about that, you know? So like Leffen's up there, even though I hate him. No, I'm just kidding. I don't hate him. But
I saw you give him a hug at the after grand finals.
Yeah, we don't have any beef anymore, but I still enjoy like playing against him. But maybe some other players like Plup, he does some cool stuff. Maybe some, I can't really think of anyone else like in general, but I'd say anyone who like does things that aren't normal or like the bread and butter, I would say like they're probably someone I look up to. I just like to watch people who aren't doing the same thing over and over again.
You mentioned one of the reasons for playing the way you do being showing people how awesome Falco is, and you mentioned that one of the reasons people talk about you might be because you're the only Falco. There have recently been like a swarm of sort of mid-level Falcos, Mega Xmas and Ginger and people who are on the come up. Do you take from those Falcos to put into your play? And if so, who are the ones you look to the most?
Obviously, I watched Ginger a bunch. I think he has lots of potential. I feel like he's still in a phase where he's still trying to understand how to play against top-level talent, and it's really hard to understand it, like at like the top play, where to like how to do certain things and when to make certain decisions. So I look forward to seeing him do well. I look forward to seeing even at Mega Xmas do well.
Are there any other Falcos on your radar?
Obviously, Drug Fox, he's definitely one up there too. But I think he needs to work on his speed a little bit. He's a little clunky for like a top level Falco. So it would be awesome to see like a crispy, like not crispy, but just like a good like movement from him. Because there's certain times where I'm just like, oh, he could have done this and that could have worked, and then he doesn't do it. So I'm just like, damn. But yeah, overall, I'd say Ginger, Mega Xmas, Drug Fox. I wish he'd still play more, but I don't think he plays that much. I mean, there's not that many Falcos left. We're a dying breed.
Yeah. What do you think needs to happen for Falcos to not be a dying breed anymore?
PB to come back.
So it's never going to happen?
Probably. Honestly, maybe just, like, if I won Shine, maybe we'd see someone, like, rise up in, like, the next year or something, just to be motivated, to show someone, like, yeah, you can do it. And that's my goal. Like, I want to inspire someone to take the game as seriously as I do and, like, eventually win a fucking tournament.
Yep. That'd be sick. All right, last two questions. After Air, you just looked so happy, and you tweeted out that it was one of the best days of your life, and I think it showed in your play too, which was just really free-flowing. Like you said, it seemed energized by the crowd. Now that we have so many majors all the time, and you just went to one every week for a month, how much does the atmosphere of a major contribute to you being likely to go to it, and because it'll affect your play?
For me, I've gone to like all the tournaments all the time, every time, and I'll never slow down until like maybe I'm 30 or something. But I'm still young. I still have motivation for the game. I still have one of the best teams that support me. I can't even tell you how much they support me. But as long as I have this, like obviously, like Air will be a priority like next year. Like Arizona tournaments are a priority just because like that crowd, those types of crowds like entice me to like go to there and perform. So overall, like it doesn't matter too much because like I'm still gonna go to like all the tournaments that I can, but those will be the priority.
I got you. All right, and then for a while you were grinding Slap City a lot on stream, and then at one point I think you went to a tournament and you got really frustrated with Slap City.
Super Smash Con. I made it to Winners Finals.
Right. Slap City just got a league announced for it, sponsored by Smash GG. Do you have any interest in playing that game anymore?
They actually DM'd me on Twitter, and well, obviously I was annoyed. I wasn't actually having the best weekend of my life at Super Smash Con, so it was more of just like a me being a big baby. Honestly, I couldn't I didn't handle the loss well, so it was actually one of the, like for me, it was probably one of the worst losses like mentally in a long time. I took it really personal, and I got over it like in an hour or whatever. But like right after, I just tweeted, I was like, ugh, I hate this game, it's so lame. But I didn't really mean it. But honestly, I might actually participate in future Slap City tournaments. I might actually even host like a sub tourney. Yeah, so I'm actually talking to Alfred and Kreestab, the guy that like runs all like the online ones, and I kind of want to do it just because I still have love for the game. But yeah, I was just being a big baby at Super Smash Con.
What about Slap City is so sick to you in the world of all these other platform fighters?
Honestly, if they did not have Fish Bujin, I would not play that game. There's something about that character that's just so enjoyable, even though like I feel like I've mastered almost everything in that game, like as far as fish goes, there's a certain like enjoyment that you get playing it, and the side B, like I can't tell you how fun it is to use that move. Side B, Nair, and his up B, like, oh my goodness, like it's so satisfying to like pretty much be losing to someone like for like maybe 30-45 seconds, and then hit him once, and then hit him with like 3 Nairs, forward tilt up B, and you're just like, wow, this is great. There's one of the only games where you can actually just 0 to death someone like almost all the time, and I really enjoy that, honestly. It's melee in a way where you're able to just outplay your opponent super hard, and I just enjoy something like that.
Have you ever played 64?
Yeah, I've played 64, but it's not for me. It's too much. It's too 0 to deathy. You know what I'm saying? So like in Slap City, you can as long as you know what's happening, you can sometimes get out. But with 64, oh my goodness, you can't. You're gonna die once you get hit. And I've dabbled with 64, but I don't think I'll ever be too good at that game.
Okay, cool. All right, any last, what is your mentality? What are your goals going forward in Shine? Because you said you like Boston, so that's a good thing in terms of enjoying the environment. Shine is a sick tourney. It's pretty relaxed right now. You don't have to play singles till tomorrow. What's your mindset going into tomorrow and the marathon of singles you might have to play?
Honestly, I'm not expecting much from myself because I still have some things to take care of, like in terms of my gameplay and like other things. But I'll definitely be doing my best. I want to say I don't have any expectations. I just want to play well and see where it goes.
Cool. Any last words? Any shout outs or anything before we finish up?
Shout outs to my team, G2. Honestly, I wouldn't be at these tournaments. I wouldn't even be playing Smash today if it weren't for them. They're like the biggest support system. So that, my brother, my family, and all my fans, honestly. You guys, like on my stream today, like the amount of love I get like every time I stream is just unreal. So just shout outs to everyone that watches this or is a fan of me.
Thanks, you guys, so much for watching. Thanks, Westballz, for doing the interview. I really, really appreciate it. For more content, stay tuned to this YouTube channel. If you like what you see, check out my Patreon in the description below, and you can potentially support me, get some perks. And yeah, stay tuned for a lot more content coming up from Shine. Thanks, guys.